Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm Rochelle Dowdy. Will be the project manager on this. This is Michelle Hayworth, and she is your program manager for Design Forum, basically. So we've been kind of thrown a curveball in the last week. Our beautiful executive director she's ill at the moment, and so she's going to be taking time out to take care of herself and her family. So I'm stepping in to wrangle all you guys. God help us all. No, just kidding. So when you email questions, you're emailing me. I sometimes will talk on the phone or whatnot. But any questions, throw them my way. We'll see what we can figure out. We're trying to figure out a lot of stuff. We have very big shoes to fill, so we're still trying to line up what sponsors are where and who's giving us what and what we can give you. So we're still trying to figure that all out. There's 8 more days of enrollment, no, 7. We have a week of enrollment left till the 8th, so a week. Today we had like 5 people sign up, so I think we're up to like 25. So it's starting to fill up kind of fast. I know there's other people interested. So, and we actually got questions from people in LA. So people outside the state were interested in this too. But so it's pretty exciting. We've got all kinds of people. We got architects, we got some builders, we got a welder, we got a librarian, we got a futurist, we got a revolutionary. Oh my gosh, we've got a writer. It's looking pretty exciting. We got people here from Anchorage, we got Homer, we got King Salmon, and a couple teams from Fairbanks. So that's pretty exciting that the design, because this is our first design launch ever. So there's also that learning curve. So please have patience with us. So let's see. Did everybody get a prospectus? Everybody have one of these pieces of paper? Sweet. All right. It's pretty much kind of what's on the website. It's, as I was telling you, a little more wordy. There's some great explanations in here about the need for design in Alaska and kind of the goals for this challenge. And I've been attending design forums since they started like in '95 or something like that. I've been to a couple lectures where there's been like 2 of us. So I usually attend them in Fairbanks. So it's really exciting to see how this design forum has grown over the years, and now there's a design forum challenge to go along with the whole program. You want to add anything to that?
Not that part.
Not that part, okay. Let's see. But I'll go through, the biggest questions are the submission requirements. So as I've been explaining it to people, as this says, is it's 5 total images no larger than 11 by 17. So that's like, say 5 pieces of paper, no bigger than 11 by 17. They can be smaller than 11 by 17, but they can't be bigger than that. And one of those images can be a model. And that model can be no larger than 2 foot by 2 foot and 50 pounds. As a sculptor, I know that's kind of limiting. But there's up to 40 people participating, so that we're getting to deal with a lot of graphics here, and we're having this show at the International, and that's kind of a small space. So keep within the guidelines, please. And then it is a tight space, so due to that space, we're talking in our meetings that we might have to edit it down to like the top 10 or something. That we'll kind of actually leave that up to the jurors. Because we've got some really good people in this, and I think we're going to be getting some really good quality designs. think outside the box. This isn't about just designing a cabin. It can be, I know there's people talking about saunas, lighting, so think what combats cabin fever for you. So it's a design challenge. It's not about building a cabin challenge. So the North is your oyster.
I think that having her lecture up there was a great intro into just to start to think about what it means to design in this climate and you know, how people live in this climate and you know, how you stay happy here long term.
Like
So
painting your
yeah,
house green.
yeah,
Yeah.
I really appreciated her talk and just all the different things that there is to think about with design in this climate.
So we're hoping to have this be the award and climb upwards. This is what we feel like with what we've had for sponsor-wise, that we know of commitment-wise so far that we can, this is the prize at the moment. So we hope that we can offer you more. That's our hope. So we're gonna have a first place, second place, third place, and then there will be a People Choice Award. And that will only be for 4 days of voting. So go to the opening and vote. Have your friends go to the opening and vote. The show is at the International Gallery of Contemporary Art. Hopefully you all know it. Let's see what else I got. Okay, and then here's kind of the important schedule of events. Registration's still open. A couple more days left. These are your presentation of guidelines. So we have the workshop coming up with Hari. So we're trying to still figure that out. We hope by the end of this week we're going to have for you a sign-up sheet if you want to be in this workshop. I think it's going to be very popular. Our first workshop, we crammed 70 people into the Reynolds room and it was really, really tight. So I think, what were we talking, 50 people for this?
Yeah, the registration for that will be up on the website, the Design Forum website by the end of the week. And we need to keep it to 40 to 50 people, which could be very challenging because some of you are signing up with teams of, I hope they were joking, but somebody wrote 500 on their team. So each individual who's going to attend the workshop needs to register. You can't just register a team and then bring 20 people because we need to know exactly what our attendance is going to be. So it's free. We just need you to register, and that'll be up by the end of the week.
And look him up on the website and come to his lecture because he lectures here that week before, and it's fascinating. So he's going to talk about product design during the workshop. He's going to give a presentation, and then we're hoping that he has a couple of minutes for each group to have a couple of minutes one-on-one with him. Expect your time to be short, 5 minutes. So, but he's a good brain to pick. Please come and please come to the lecture. It looks like it's going to be really interesting, as they always are. Let's see, and then we have our designs are due. So there is a drop-off here at the museum that will be from 12 to 6. The museum closes at 6, so if you show up after 6, you're going to have a hard time getting in. And I believe Lindsay will be here, and Michelle will probably be here, and I may be here, but I am getting a lot of requests from the people that live outside of town, so I expect I'll be getting mail that day. So I might have to sit post at my, I'm just going to have them mail to my studio, so I'll probably be sitting post at my mailbox that day. So important deadline. And then the opening at the, and then over that weekend we have the jurying happening, and that will be Lead Pencil Studios. And they are up doing the lecture series, and so that is a couple. It's a woman and a man, and I wrote their names down. And
David and Annie, although only David will be jurying. Annie's
Okay.
not going to be here for jurying.
Oh, that's right.
He will be.
So, and then we have Marissa here from the museum that is running. She's right here in the audience. She is running Polar Lab, and she's going to be our third juror. So, no bribing her right now.
And Frank up in
And then Frank Sos, who is a writer up in Fairbanks, will be our other juror. All right. And then we will have our opening at the International Gallery. And then a following week, on Thursday, we will have the award ceremony up in the Cabin Fever exhibit. We're hoping there will be an open bar. If that makes you want to come. And so we'll announce the winners there, and that will be sort of the wrap-up event for this design challenge. What more we want to add?
just that, you know, there's a lot, I think that will be, you know, bear with us. This is a difficult time for the Design Forum and right in the middle of this challenge. We were in the middle of working a lot of details out and hope to have those for you here today, but then it was a big wrench that was thrown into the plans, a very unfortunate one. And so, you know, she talked about the prizes. We're pretty sure that we will have at least that for you. We have to finalize some things in the budget to make sure that that's going to happen, but it should be at least that, if not more. And also, we're looking at getting other resources in the community, and so I've been working on a partnership with both of the Fab Labs here in town, and it's looking like at least the Cook Inlet Tribal Council has a Fab Lab that's funded through MIT. At this point, it's only available to the high school students that go there, and so, but that being said, they really need people to volunteer in that Fab Lab to teach these kids, because the director there is great, but she doesn't necessarily even know how to use some of the equipment. So what we're looking at is the possibility of you guys having access to the Fab Lab in exchange for some volunteer hours with the kids. And then the other Fab Lab in town, we're also working on possibly having that available to you, as well as looking at possibly having materials that could be donated if anyone is looking for any of those resources.
Oh, and then we have Ash down here who has the camera glued to her face. She will be documenting your submissions, and I believe she will be trying to get photographs of at least the team leaders for every project. So we'll be trying to get you guys camera pretty soon.
Yeah, there'll be you know, really high quality documentation that will be made available to you, which is a great benefit. And also, Alaska Public Media is hopefully going to be producing a video for us. So,
And be a sponsor.
yes.
Oh yeah, I have one more slide. This is currently our sponsors that we have at the moment. So, if you know anybody there, thank them for helping. Let's see. Do we have any questions? This is the idea of cabin fever, anything. Throw me some curveballs. I love you all now.
Should we, if we're going to be submitting on 2x17s or something like that, should we be considering like matting and framing them, or is there any kind of guidelines or restrictions for that?
I want to, okay, the question is submissions and I guess kind of quality, 11 by 17, and if they should be framed. If you're familiar with proposing for like artist proposals or like architectural, I would say you may want to mount it on foam core if you want it on a sturdy base. Other than that, clean paper, and don't frame in glass or anything like that. Just clean, how you would submit a proposal for a design, like architectural, art, or for a customer. Does that make sense for you?
Can you tell us who the jurors are?
The jurors. We have
Frank Seuss, who's a writer in Fairbanks. David, I'm sorry, his last name is slipping my mind now. He's Lead Pencil Studio. You can look him up. And then Marissa,
I'm Maris,
who's
actually.
right there.
Maris,
Maris, sorry.
They're fine.
David Mahalio?
Mahalio, yeah, Mahalio from Lit Pencil Studio.
In regards to any changes or updates, or you're gonna send out email communications on the
Yep.
website or Facebook, what's the?
Yeah, so from this, we'll probably try to send out a summary of questions. And we're trying to make a video. We'll see how this works out for the people that can't be here. We're gonna try to come up with some media solutions. None of us being super media savvy, however. So,
But definitely as we get answers to these questions that we hope to have for you today, we'll definitely send you updates on everything.
yeah, if I get good questions, I think everybody should know I will send that information out.
Is there a date for when the last question can be asked?
Meaning,
Like a cutoff date?
Probably the day up before.
yeah,
I
you
guess,
can, you're
no?
welcome to run anything by us up
Yeah.
until, you have to turn your design in. Sure.
Yeah.
The Fab Lab thing, sorry I'm not too familiar with it. Is it 3D printer, CNC router?
I have not taken a tour of the Makers Lab here in town yet. I don't know if anybody else here is familiar with that, but at CITC they have, there's two ShopBots, I think they're called. They're like the precursor to 3D printing, basically. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah?
I think so.
Like machining something, basically. Wood, metal, machining things. There is a medium size and a large 3D printer. There's kind of an electrical lab. There's, what else does she have there? I mean, she has screen printing. She has,
Everything we dream
you can make just about anything there. It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
And that's an option, right? Like, you guys haven't had that confirmed?
Sorry. Yeah, I'm trying to get a yes on that. It looks like it's going to be a go, but I just wanted to kind of give you guys a heads up that if that partnership is going to happen, it's only going to come in conjunction with you willing to be trading some volunteer hours in order to use the space. Anyone else?
You call it cabin design, and then you talk about winter sustainability, and there's a real difference between like a weekend cabin and a living space. Do you have any clarification on that, or is it like wide open and it can be a house, or it could be a weekend cabin, or it can only focus on how you deal with light and nothing
As
else?
Holly liked to say, it could be a cabin on Mars.
Okay.
It could not even be a cabin. It
Yeah.
could be an outside space. It could be really anything. It's
Anything
up
that
to you.
addresses the issue of how do you cope and not go insane.
Yeah.
Great.
I think a great line in here is how you combat cabin fever. I mean, it could be winter farming,
And there's, if you look at, this isn't in this prospectus, I think, but on the website, there's some questions that I think were sort of important to the mission. Where did it go?
I don't know.
Do you know what I'm talking about? There were just some leading questions. Sorry. Here it is. So, participants in the Cabin Fever Design Challenge are encouraged to design abodes which provide architectural, landscape, lighting, and interior design solutions, utilize sustainable energy solutions and locally sourced materials, take advantage of new technologies to increase livability, use visuals to increase sense of well-being, and address city planning challenges resulting in increased livability. So,
Those are jumping off points.
yeah, there's really no specific requirements.
Well, on the front page, it kind of does, under your challenge summary, it pretty well asks for a cabin design.
Yeah, we're dealing with bunch of architects,
Yeah.
and they keep wanting to use the word abode, and we're like, design. So,
You can give us whatever you got. We're not going to
Yeah.
say no.
Yeah.
Sorry
Yes.
for interrupting, I just came from the airport. Do you have any flyers left or any?
I have one left.
Okay, I can have that. Thank you so much.
Yes.
I also don't have the flyer, but is there a matrix or evaluation? What are the jurors going to be evaluating? It's not,
Yeah, that's a good question. And I don't think we have an answer for that right now. We can definitely
You can never tell.
send something out, get with the jurors and talk to them about what they might be judging. But at this point, we haven't articulated that with them. I think like the basic idea of a cabin and designing things in Alaska, artists sort of need some rules to start with, right? We need an assignment.
a box that they have.
Yeah, exactly. We need it right. So that's really all it is. The rest is kind of up to you.
Well, traditionally cabin fever means your house got too small, it's marked.
Yeah.
And you want,
Right.
you want a bigger place to live. So I'm thinking, sky windows, escape hatch, anything like it.
Right.
And I think it's going to be fun because everybody's experience is different. There's the urban experience, the rural experience. You've got people that have been born here, people that have moved here. So everybody's experience is going to be a little different.
Something like a jungle canopy, rain coming down, that would.
Do you envision that you will have a matrix to help us understand like how it's being evaluated? I mean, the cabin on Mars sounds pretty wide open.
Yeah. I think if that's something that you guys are asking for, then definitely we can kind of wrangle the jurors and have them give us an idea of what they will be judging things on. Definitely. And it's a great suggestion because it's, the other difficulty of this is the first iteration of this challenge, and so we're learning that as we go as well. So we'll definitely be asking you guys for feedback at the end as to what we can do better next year. Yes.
Will the entries go on display somewhere? Or are they just going to the judge format and that's the end of the road?
No, there's a show at the International Gallery of Contemporary Art at the end.
And that'll be, potentially, that could be everybody if that worked out, but 10 top 10.
Yeah, I suspect we're going to be in the gallery and we're going to runneth over. So we'll get as much in there as we can.
It's a small space.
It's a small
So
space.
we're reserving the right to edit, but we're going to try. We'd like everyone to be included. That's the point of this.
Yeah, and then we talked about if we can't get everybody in there to digitize it, and so we'll have a running loop of it or something too. So it's all still coming together. And that will be up all month. So, and then after that, we will have you get your submissions back.
Yeah, you'll be signing a form that says you'll pick it all up.
Can you clarify the registration for the artist?
Sure, so check the website. Definitely by the end of the week, by Friday, we will have a registration up. It's just a simple registration. We just need your name, your email, your contact information.
And we will send it to team leaders an email.
Yeah, we'll send something out as soon as it's up, for sure. But what I was trying to articulate before was just that each person who's going to attend that workshop needs to register. Don't just register your team and bring your team, because we have to cap the size. And because there are so many people and some of you are multiple people in a team, I would suggest if you really want to attend that workshop to sign up as quickly as possible.
So it's, so I guess so it's open to the public.
Well, it'll be open to you first.
Yeah, we'll definitely give you guys preference, and we suspect that you'll fill it up, so.
Lindsay, do you have anything?
Is that same gentleman, Customer, is he doing another lecture for design forum in general?
Yeah.
Yes.
He will be on Monday, that Monday. What is that, Monday? Monday, January 5th. Here, at the usual time, which is 6, 7? 7?
Do you know, Lindsay?
7.
7. Just started. We've only done one so far, so. All right, did we get it all?
Are you gonna, sorry, if you were submitted questions following this, are you gonna be posting them on some sort of FAQ on the website or sharing those with others so that it's a
Yeah,
communication?
yeah, if they're really good ones and just not kind of ones,
Great.
yeah,
Great.
we will.
We won't post the bad ones.
Yeah.
No, that's a great idea. Thank you.
And it was said before that we'll be kind of answering probably pretty much up until the day of submissions are dropped off.
Yeah. Yes.
I really hope being Alaskans are not eliminating blue tarp and duct tape.
Never know.
I totally agree.
I think just from a designer who submitted that, as long as the communication is consistent across the teams to the jurors, this would be a really successful, fun enterprise. So I guess communication, I know Holly not being available.
Did you hear all that?
Wait,
Can you?
Said so long as all the communication is consistent to the teams and the jurors, I think you'll have an incredibly successful event.
Yeah.
So that's all I would ask, is just communicate.
For sure.
Broadly.
For sure. Anyone else? Okay.
All right, good. I'm good with standing. I'm done standing up here. Yeah, so email me your questions. If you haven't signed up, please do. If you have, welcome. And we can't wait to see your ideas. So think outside the box and think a good quality submission, because I'm sure quality is always going to count. So be clean and articulate in your ideas. All right, thank you.
Thanks, you guys.